aftermath of Ghana's successful hosting of the 2023 edition of the Africa Games, concerns are being raised about the state of work done by the Sports Ministry in renovating 4 hostels at the University of Ghana at a cost of $16 million. Social media was rife with videos of flooding in parts of the hostel during Wednesday's downpour. Citi News' Jude Duncan was at the University of Ghana and filed this report.
Despite renovation work done by the Sports Ministry to give a facelift to 4 halls of residence at the University of Ghana managed by the University of Ghana Enterprise Limited ahead of the African Games in March, parts of the facilities are still in a deplorable state. According to official public documents from the Sports Ministry, a total of $16 million was spent to equip the halls to international standards ahead of the Games to house athletes. Students of the University of Ghana who are residents in the 4 halls, namely Dr. Hela Lehman Hall, Alexander Kwapon Hall, Elizabeth Francis Say Hall, and Jean Nelson Aka Hall, have had to deal with leaking roofs, which cause flooding in parts of the halls, among other problems. Some students who spoke to Citi News complained about the state of the halls and raised doubts about the renovation carried out in the halls.
Most of our rooms, we in the business, really suffered a lot because most of the places were flooded. Like you could see that the rain was anytime. This is not the first time because in the past years I've been in the hall for 3 years now. I'm 11,300 now, and most of the times that it rained, you could see that the place mostly doesn't affect the first floor, second floor, and the third floor. It's only the basement that gets flooded, and I'm not sure the amount of money. I don't know whether it is in dollars or it's in cedis, so you have to quote the amount. Of course, I'm not sure that amount is going to get to $16 million that you just quoted.
I've been a resident of the Diaspora Hall since level 100. That's my first year at the University of Ghana, and we have not really seen much of changes in the hall as claimed by government to have used such monies on the hall. And then one thing I would also say is that with the issue of beds, we heard in news that they have changed our beds and all of that. My room, some other rooms that I've visited after the games were held, I mean, we are still sleeping on the same beds that we came to meet. My room, for instance, we are 4, and we don't even have one room, what we call one chair in the room.
However, the management of the University of Ghana, in an interview with Citi News, explained that the University of Ghana Enterprise Limited halls have had some structural issues that cause flooding each time there's a downpour. Responding to the nature of work done by the Sports Ministry in the build-up to the Africa Games, the Dean of Students Affairs at the University of Ghana, Professor Rosina Tremantin, explained that her briefing indicated that government was responsible for financing and overseeing the scope of renovation works. She disclosed that the management of the university had taken a strong view of the issues and is working to resolve aspects of the structural problems in the halls.
Renovations were overseen by the ministry. The university had nothing to do with any money coming in. There was an LOC in place that oversaw all the arrangements for the games. Normally, when there are very heavy rains, not all the halls, but some parts of some of the halls flood. And this is mainly because of the storm drains. If you notice, the route from Medina all the way to Tetekwashi and towards airport, around former Shangri-La, were seriously flooded because of the storm drains. And they are connected to the University of Ghana drainage system. So once those storm drains overflow, then that the backwash comes to Legon, So it doesn't only flood those halls. Sometimes some of our roads on campus are also flooded. Definitely, I mean, we are concerned. If we have students' rooms being flooded, then obviously their safety is affected, and it's of serious concern to us. And so we are working with the PDMSD department. That's the department that is responsible for structural issues on campus. Apart from the storm drains, there are also some structural issues that have to be addressed. And so the university is very, very concerned and is working with these groups to address these. As part of the renovations that were done for the games, the ministry took out all the tables and chairs in the rooms and brought their own. And so what UGEL did was to have them refurbished. So they've actually not been taken away. They are being refurbished in batches. So as and when some are ready, they are brought.
Sources within the sports ministry also explained to Citi News that the contract with the University of Ghana Enterprise Limited did not include repair works on leaking ceilings as being speculated. Students here at the University of Ghana, precisely residents in the University of Ghana Enterprise Limited hostel, tell me they are dissatisfied with the state of their halls in the aftermath of the African Games competition held here on campus. However, speaking to management of the university, they are quite confident that the necessary measures have been put in place to address what it describes as the structural problems in the halls. Reporting for Citi News, Jude Duncan.